is, if you've probably been on websites where you either start searching for a very obscure model of a product, it could be a phone or a gadget or a piece of tech, and then you find a bunch of websites with that, and you're like, wow, this is it's for a really old phone. And how do they actually have someone making a single page manually for every single component of every single model of every single make of a phone or a car or something like that? No, no, this is all stuff coming from a database. Another example is real estate. Like, if you search for an address, you will often find Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, all these sites always dominating. And you're like, wow, do they really have tens of millions of pages that some have added to the website? And no, no. What they do have is they have a data set, a giant database of all this information. And it could be spread out across a bunch of different databases that they then join together. But here's the basic concept of programmatic SEO. So take a database, and for those who are not familiar with how databases work, think of a spreadsheet, okay? A database is pretty much a super powerful spreadsheet. So you have rows and you have columns, right? So think of each column as a variable, okay? So in the case of Zillow, the variables could be address, city, number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, square footage. So those would be the different variables that they have access to. And then each row would be each property address. Okay. So this is an example of how their sitemap looks on the left side. As you can see, what they are doing is they are looping through all the different cities, and then they're creating a 3D home virtual tours page for every single city, which is kind of interesting. So if you want to find virtual tours in your city, well, guess what? Zillow has you covered, right? And they probably have tens of millions of pages on the website, if not more. And yeah, this is how they do it. So if you look at the screenshot on the right hand side, you will see these variables: number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, square footage, the status of the property, the price of the property, the address, zip code, all of these different pieces of data. Pretty much, if you've ever used mail merge before, where you would have a template and then you would swap out the first name and email address, it's kind of that, except you have access to a lot more variables to work with. So every single record, every single row in your database, or visually speaking, a spreadsheet, becomes a page that, and it's done through programming. So hence the term programmatic SEO. So this is a very powerful strategy that I've used in my business. Okay. Another thing that I think this is one of the most. Thank you for watching this clip. It is part of the Digital Marketing on SEO Master Class, which is completely free, and I will include the link in the description below. And also, I launched a Discord server for code entrepreneurs, so freelancers, agency owners, SaaS founders. If you need help with client acquisition, scaling your business, it's completely free, and I want to build a community of people who are code entrepreneurs, so that way we can exchange information, share resources, and help each other grow. And if you enjoy this video, please click